Hey everybody, Sergeant Bope here, and today I got another unboxing video. Fuck yeah! And yeah, I got this motherboard. Oh look, I got a text from my sister. But I got this motherboard. It's a Gigabyte. There we go. It's kind of like a dumbed down version of the one I have here, and that one's a 970A-D3. So this one's a 970A. You know, like it's less number and it's less that. So it's cheaper. But basically the big difference is that you can't have two graphics cards, you can only have one. But that's okay with me because I'm only going to put one on here, so that's why I got the cheaper one. But one kind of funny thing, you see this motherboard, like two little things, like, that's not enough for protection, Amazon. What are you guys doing? So yeah, let's get into this. I'll do a pretty in-depth unboxing of this. All the shit on the back is going to be the same on pretty much every motherboard. You know, they try to sell it, but we'll get into it, and I'll tell you guys what's good about it, what's bad, and I guess, yeah. I love stickers. You can never go wrong with stickers on a PC. I don't care what anybody says, I love them. So we got that disc, and actually, the disc for Gigabyte motherboards, you actually kind of do need it, especially for updating the BIOS, which usually you'll have to do. So there we go, there's a manual. I don't know if I ever really read those from motherboards, but see, multilingual installation guide. Oh shit. We got some SATA cables. Looks like we got two, so that's nice. SATA data, not SATA power, because SATA power is on the power supply. That's nice. And then there's like this back plate. Where's the sticker for it? Oh, that's kind of weird. But I never really figured out how to put that on there, so I didn't even do that on this computer, but whatever. So you get that. And there's a motherboard. So yeah, it's not quite as fancy as my as the one on this computer, but then again, I said it's cheaper. So we will go ahead and jump right on into this. And I know people always freak out about the static, so I'll put it on top of the box so it doesn't get all static shit. And yeah, let me replace the battery because the battery's low. Fuck this shit, Mavi. The battery's low. Okay, so now that I changed the battery, let's get into this in-depth look at the motherboard. And it actually looks a little bit better than I thought it did. The pictures kind of look bad on the internet. It looked really bright blue, and this is more dark blue with a little, you know, with a little bit of texture to it. So I kind of like it better. But yeah, so let's see, what should we say about this? So once again, this one isn't really quite as good as the 990FXA that I unboxed in that PC. I do have that unboxing on my channel, so if you guys want to check that out, you can. But this one isn't quite as fancy, but it's still good for the price. It's really great. Like, it still has a bunch of really nice features that I liked on that motherboard. So, this one does have USB 3.0. It has 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 USB ports, which really comes in handy. And that doesn't include the ones on the front, obviously. Now, these aren't red. On my old motherboard, they were red, which indicated that they were like 3 times power. Not really too sure about that on this motherboard. But anyways, they should just still be USB 2.0. Regardless. And then we got the 2 USB 3.0 right there. It is AMD 3 Plus on this motherboard, which is really nice. So basically, you can use the Bulldozer series processors from AMD, which is pretty cool. Heat sinks aren't too bad on this one. Isn't quite as great as my last motherboard, but still looks pretty solid. Good Gigabyte logos on there. The RAM is absolutely identical to the other motherboard. You can have 32 gigabytes of. Let's see, I think you can have the speed all the way up to like over 2 gigahertz, to be honest. But I think I just got 1600 megahertz, which is perfectly fine. There's the graphics card slot. That's a PCIe X16. Technically, you can have 2 graphics cards in this computer. There's another PCIe X4, but that means it's only running like on half power or whatever. And really, it's just not a good idea. So I'm not going to be doing that. I'm just going to have 1 graphics card. Still plenty more slots in this motherboard, which is nice, but just 1 graphics card. That's where the SATA data ports are, which, you know, you got the SATA data cables right there. I kind of like the way they do it on this motherboard. It's, you know, because, you know, these kind of connectors aren't really that great, so I kind of like that end connector little thing. There we got the power 24-pin power connector. And something special that Gigabyte does on these fancier motherboards is they have an 8-pin instead of 4-pin that a lot of motherboards have. So keep that in mind. Make sure your power supply has that. We got Goosey, he's trying to interrupt the show. So beyond that, everything else is pretty much what you'd expect. Yeah. Hey Goose, get the fuck away from that. If you break that, I'm gonna kick your ass. So yeah, that's pretty much it actually. This motherboard looks pretty good to me. Hopefully it works nice. And I'm hoping it runs nice on Windows 8. Because this motherboard ran shit on Windows 8. So I'm hoping better for this one. But anyways, yeah, so you get the motherboard. It's pretty sexy. Not too bad. I do like black better, but we'll see how the blue goes. Get plate, which I don't know why it doesn't have the sticker on it. Can't really understand that. Oh, like I got some blood. Got a sticker, which I love that shit. SATA data cables, 2 of them. Some instructions, and you got the drivers and the BIOS setup and everything, which is pretty cool. So there we go. We got a Gigabyte 970A-D3. Fucking sweet. Yeah. By the way, it's still cold outside, guys. We need to turn up the fucking heat. What the hell? So yeah, I think Mabby approves of it. So hope you guys found this unboxing video helpful or enjoyable. If you guys want to drop a like on this video, be sure to go ahead and do that. Makes me happy in the pants, and I know it does to you too. So yeah, once again, thanks for watching this video, guys. And I'll see you later. Peace.